ever find yourself maybe picking up a new routine at the gym, or finally start going to the gym and then you quit? You pick up an instrument and you try it for a while and then you quit. You try to wake up early in the morning and then after trying for a while you quit. Or maybe you try learning, you go to Codecademy, and I know this happened to me actually as well. You go to online other resources and you learn coding and then you quit, and then you learn coding again and then you kind of quit. I don't know if any of this happens to you, but I know personally for me it has happened quite a bit of times where I found myself quitting. So in this video, I have your antidote, your solution, and I'm going to be covering the number one secret to never quit anything ever again. So I hope you're excited, and let's jump into this video. One of the main things I want to tell you how you go about not quitting anything is first understanding what drives us to do something, okay? And we refer to this as motivation. Now, what I want to tell you is motivation is something you can reverse engineer, and it doesn't have to be there right now, and it doesn't have to be there for you to do the things that you need to do, okay? Now, what happens most of the times whenever you want to do something, right? Let's say it's a New Year's resolution. You're like, man, I'm going to work out, get that like belly fat, lose that little bit of belly fat or whatever it is. And you maybe get started on it because of the New Year's resolution. And then eventually, or maybe in just a few weeks or just in a few days, you find yourself like quitting. You're like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to stop. Okay. But initially why you got started was because of that motivation, right? You had that little excitement, but then eventually that ends up running out. And once that runs out, what happens? Once that runs out, you quit. That's kind of like the only thing sometimes we know. Now, one of the interesting things I'm going to tell you is that motivation is something totally you can create. You don't have to depend on luck. It doesn't have to be something that just, it's either there or not there. It's something that you can create, okay? And one of the secrets to this is, as human beings, we are really, 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 really stupid, okay? And so all our thoughts are not actually our own thoughts. Your thoughts right now are not your thoughts. What your thoughts are is the people around you, what you listen to, what you watch, TV shows, commercials, friends, people at work, YouTubers, me. A combination of them, the unique combination of all of those things are your unique thoughts, okay? And again, they're not yours. There's just a combination of all of that. Once you understand that, you know where your thoughts are coming from, okay? And that's where your motivation is coming from, okay? So just imagine, like, where are you spending most of your time, what you're thinking about, and that's probably what you're motivated about, okay? Maybe it's your motivation could either be your work. If not your work, it could be your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, husband, whatever, right? Or it could be that hobby or that goal or that project, whatever it is, something you're spending more time around. Okay, so this is something that's important to understand. Another thing I want to share with you is this, okay? Think of motivation as the initial energy to push open, right, a door, okay? Once that door is open, eventually that door might close, right? That door will close. So motivation is very good at helping you open that door, meaning that New Year's resolution, you pump yourself up, you motivate yourself up, and then you go. Okay, whether you do it through negative motivation or positive motivation. So for example, negative motivation could be like, I am such a piece of crap. I can't believe I'm just sitting here all day not doing anything. I'm watching the TV. I spend 30 hours watching Netflix every single week. My life is not making any progress. I'm exactly where I am as I was last year. And you kind of hate yourself for it. And that sometimes can give you that initial kick to get going. And the positive motivation could be like, hey, look, this person has done it. I could do it. Maybe it'll take me 90 days. Let me give it a try, right? That's the initial push that'll get you going in the right direction where you want to go. Okay. So sometimes I'll help you, for example, get motivated to do something, but motivation eventually runs out. Okay. Right now you're in this course, you're excited. This is your 0th week, your first week, you're trying it out. You're like, this is going to be awesome. But eventually, this is the hard truth. Your motivation will run out. Okay. No matter what in life you do, your motivation at some point runs out. Motivation running out doesn't mean you quit that thing. Okay. Motivation is always like this. It's kind of like up and down. Look at that beautiful wave I'm making. But it's kind of like up and down like this. You'll be really high, excited, let's do this, let's crush it. Programming, boom, coding, boom, building a project, building an app, boom, 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 boom. And then eventually like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep in. I don't want to wake up at 8 a.m. I just want to wake up at 4 p.m. I don't want to sleep at 1 a.m. I want to sleep at 5 a.m. It's like your whole life kind of just changes, okay? So that initial door push is your motivation. But to keep that door in place, you need a system. Okay? And that system is the secret to never, ever quit anything ever again. Okay? Once you have a system, then you don't need to rely on motivation. You don't need to rely on words of affirmation. You don't need to rely on other people's validation. Sounds like a rap at this point. But you don't need to rely on anybody else or any external force. Motivation is also an external force, okay? Once you have your system and kind of your why you're doing something, right? Which, ultimately is your system. Once you have your system down, that's kind of like that door stopper in the door that stops that door in place so that door doesn't move. So again, your motivation is that initial push, right? That push to open the door. And your system is that door stopper that stops that door in place so you can relax, kick back, and enjoy and automate your success, okay? Very, very important to understand this. And it's not going to only help you with this, but it's going to help you with your life, okay? But this is very important to understand as we go along our journey where we're going to cover Python, we're going to cover the web development, we're going to go into how do you profit from this and all of that. There are going to be times where it's going to get challenging. Your brain is going to hurt. Your brain is going to try to explode, okay? We're going to get into really challenging problems, and there might be quite a bit of times where you feel like, okay, I can't do this, I need to quit. And here's what I'm going to tell you for those times, okay? You need to breathe, relax, all right, and be patient. Again, this course is not about you trying to keep up with everybody else. It's ultimately about you going at your own pace, okay? This is why online education kicks ass, and school and colleges are just the day, like they're in the past, okay? They don't really help anybody. You want to be able to go at your own pace, and that's what this course is for. It's going to be here for you. It's going to be here as your guide. We are going to be here for you in the Facebook group and in the course, okay? So don't worry about rushing it. Take your time, all right? But ultimately understand that it's that system that's going to help you get through a lot of the hard things, okay? Sometimes you might lose motivation even going through the course. Do not quit. We're going to work on a system, and that's what is going to help you get through all of those problems, okay? So quitting is one of the things that you need to throw away. And the whole automate your success and a system, we're going to cover in one of the videos that's going to come up, okay? So right now in this video, we just talked about how motivation works, how you can kind of use it and manipulate it to your own advantage instead of letting it run you and waiting for it to magically fall in your lap, okay? And we talked about, basically where it actually comes from. It's basically from your surroundings, right? Your thoughts are not your own. Your motivation is not your own. It comes from the surrounding. So knowing that, we can manipulate it, and we're gonna go deeper into how you can use it to your advantage and how you can exploit it to basically automate your success. Okay, that's gonna be in one of the next videos. So thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.